Hey everybody, welcome to Steve Does Learned League. This is match day 21 and we are heading to the last week of the season. I thought we'd do just a brief update on where we stand. In our private rundle, we are 2 points behind Troy Meyer at the top of the standings. He's got 106 TCA to R105. He's been playing a little better defense than we have, and he deserves to be ahead, but I'd still like to see if we can catch him. And in our main rundle here over in A Continental, I'm 3 points behind Nickerson, who has had a really good season. This is his second season ever of Learned League and is doing very, very well. So 3 points is a large gap to make up with 1 week to go, but we're still going to do our best. Hopefully we can do it. So anyway, here comes match day 21. All right, question 1. The Frenchmen Henri Duparc, Vincent Dindy, Emmanuel Chabrier, Paul Dukas, and Albert Roussel are all achieved varying levels of acclaim in what profession? Well, the good news is I certainly know one of these guys. Paul Dukas wrote The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I believe he's kind of a one-hit wonder in that regard, but we're going to call that profession, well, music. Is that a profession? I mean, I'm just going to say composer. I'm going to assume they're all composers and that Thorsten isn't that evil, because a question like this, you're basically being asked to identify one person from a list of 5. So there we go. Question 2. Coily, Ugg, Wrongway, Slick, and Sam are the enemies of the hero in what classic arcade video game? All right, well, yeah, Q*bert used to have exclamations that looked like that. I it's funny because in retrospect, it always looks like he's swearing. I don't think that was the idea. I think the idea was just that he made sort of indeterminate noises. But yeah, Coily the snake, pretty famous. I haven't played a lot of Q*bert, but Q*bert, I don't know how you spell it. Q*bert. That'll be good enough. There we go. All right. Question 3. James Dixon, a young historian from working-class Northern England, struggling to fit into the pseudo-intellectual academic establishment in a 1954 novel by Kingsley Amis, is described in the book's title as what? Kingsley Amis wrote a novel. It's pretty satirical about academia, and that novel is called Lucky Jim. So I assume the answer would be either Lucky or Lucky Jim, Jim being James Dixon, I assume. So that does fit with what I think. So that's what we're going to go with. Question 4. Blank Blank with Apples by Paul Cézanne, with Earthen Pots and Clogs by Vincent van Gogh, with Fish by Edward Manet, with Oranges by Henri Matisse. The same 2 words fill in the blanks in all of these works. What are those 2 words? Okay, blank blank with whatever, and these are all, things that don't move. They're not people, they're not models, and that makes them still life with fish, still life with oranges. Yes? Oh, hi, Lucy. Lucy has given me Miles's tiny panda. You want it back? Okay. I'm going to take it to Miles now? Okay. All right. So yeah, that'd be Still Life. Still Life with Oranges I've definitely heard of. Haven't specifically heard of these others by these other guys, but like that's just got to be it, I think. Okay, question 5. The Latin word punicus describes a person from an ancient city that is best known historically by what anglicized name? Carthage, right? Punic Wars? Carthage? Yes. Yes, that's what we're going with. Question 6. Name the actress who has been nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series in 9 of the last 10 years, after being nominated in the supporting category for 7 straight years from 1992 to 1998. Okay. The good news is I looked at some Emmy lists kind of recently, and I was fascinated by how often people just get nominated over and over and over again for the same thing. Even started a conversation on Facebook about how it would be better if people could kind of only be nominated twice for the same role on the same show, because to me the idea is, once someone's created a role and is still playing it, they aren't necessarily still better than other people who are, doing that. But I don't know. I feel like you should be able to win twice or something like that, and that's it. I don't know. Because it just feels weird that like Jim Parsons has 4 Emmys. Like we needed to just tell everyone that Jim Parsons was so good at acting. But anyway, the Emmys are kind of the most fraught of all the awards shows. I don't know. The Grammys are pretty bad too. All awards shows are pretty bad, I guess is what we're trying to say here. Anyway, so she was in Veep and she was in Old Christine, which I think is the 9 of the Last 10 Years situation. And of course was in Seinfeld from 92 to 98, which would make sense for Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Oh, yawn Mondays. All right, June Pak, famous crossword man. I am 100% sure he knows who Paul Dukas is, without any hesitation. I believe he's read Lucky Jim, probably. Like it would be something he has read. It's certainly something he would know. I think he'll figure out this Carthage thing. I honestly think he'll know roughly all of these. I think we're definitely have to put the 3 on the TV. I think he might figure it out anyway, but we're still going to do that. And we're going to put 2s on Cubert, which I guess there's a chance he could miss, but I feel like, he's played a decent bit of video games in his life, I think. To my knowledge, one of his Jeopardy stories was that he basically quit his job to play Ocarina of Time all summer back in, the 90s or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of the best we can do. I just gotta hope he slips up somewhere. This day was very easy for me. There's just no chance that he doesn't see Paul Dukas, right? I mean, it's just something he would know. Okay, next. Chad Jones. Very good at theater, very good at math, very good at current events, very good at geography. None of these are those. It's good at a lot of things here, really. Television is 80%, so I don't know that we're going to get Louis Dreyfus by him. None of these really strike me as particularly. Let's see, maybe he's had trouble on video game questions. I haven't a clue how old he is, which, kind of affects what video games people would know as well as how much they would know about video games in general. Well, so he certainly knew the Mario one, although the Mario one is beyond easy comparatively. There aren't like a million video game questions, are there? He does seem to know. He got Stratego right. Well, I can't tell. Not a lot of video games here. Just not a lot here. Well, all right, you got FPS. I mean, that's easy too, though. I don't know. I think we'll just got to put something on there. Literature is a 643, which makes me want to put the 3 on Lucky Jim. I don't think that's a super easy book. We're going to make that the Keeper of the Day, by the way. Kingsley Amis, very closely associated with a satirical novel, Lucky Jim. That's a good one to know. People like to ask about it if they've read it. It partially because a lot of academics write trivia, and as a result, academic satire is right in there. Still Life feels really easy, but I guess I have to give it a 2 here. Carthage, his world history, 817. Yeah, I feel like I'll figure that out. Louis Dreyfus, maybe a 2. How's this classical music? Classical music, 81%. Nah, there's no way. And a 1 for Qbert. 1 for Q? I feel like I feel like the 9-6 waterfall may be coming to this. Just does feel a little easier. Maybe the composer's question is hard. Maybe I don't want to put a 0 on it. Just all that you have to do is realize what one of those names is, but maybe it is a little harder than I'm giving it credit for. I can put a 0 on Carthage, just in case. June's not going to miss Dukas, though. And I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. We have composers Qbert, Lucky Jim, let's see, Still Life, Carthage, and Louis Dreyfus. Okay, we got there. Let's see if we get any points out of it more than the 1 for ties, because I'm worried that we'll get a lot of sixes today. Anyway, everybody have a good day. Talk to you later.